Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind introduction. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm David. I'm the friendly Canadian. I'm here to, yeah, that's right. And I'm just going to have a really beautiful, friendly conversation with you guys and talk to you about what we're doing and why it's so important and why it's so profound and why we've been acknowledged by the United Nations a number of times, invited to the Vatican, been acknowledged around the world for the work that we're doing because it is just so important. And my role here today is just to engage all of you and invite you into this new space and to create something profound. I've worked on a new presentation. It's got a bunch of video in it, and I'm not really familiar with that, so you're all going to bear with me beautifully as I fumble my way through some technology, and if I have a problem, it's okay because I've got Kevin Weiss from Marks & Spencer's here, and he'll come up and deliver a presentation if it doesn't work. And my focus of life, my being, is around the ocean. I have not yet met anyone who has not as well been absolutely compassionate and passionate about what is unfolding in our seas. And I'm here to express that in my knowing, the very last thing that we should be doing is cleaning the ocean. It is, in fact, the very last thing we should be doing. Yes, there is a garbage truck of plastic entering the ocean every minute of every hour of every day. Countless birds and animals are dying just from encountering plastic. We see the pictures on the internet. You can't help but want to skip past them because they're so powerful. We're experiencing the fastest rate of extinction ever, and plastic is in the food chain. And I'm still here in front of you as an ocean advocate telling you that the very last thing that we should be doing is cleaning the ocean. It is no different than walking into a kitchen with the sink overflowing. If water was spilling all over the floor, seeping into the walls, seeping into the foundation of the home, and in a moment of panic, you'll have to choose bucket, mop, plunger. What do you do first? Well, how about we turn off the tap? How about we turn off the tap? Why aren't we doing the same for the ocean? Even if the Ocean Cleanup Project, all of the great beach cleanup programs, all of the other well-meaning programs to scoop up plastic out of the ocean were 100% successful, it'd be too little, too late. Many of you may know that humanity this year alone is going to produce over 300 million tons of plastic. And that number is growing exponentially. And somewhere between 8 and 12 million tons are going to flow into the ocean this year alone to meet and join the other 150 million tons already there. And it should be no surprise that most plastic, over 80%, are coming from areas of extreme poverty. And I'm going to show you a little bit of a video. It's about a minute and a half. And this is from the streets of Haiti, taken by one of my staff.
Le monde me sak Haïti, attendez. Ça c'est boîte chaîne n'a regardé là. Ça c'est pont boîte chaîne, fen. Non ouais hauteur de l'eau pour ville là inondée.
This should be shocking for you. I hope that it is.
Haïti a pas l'eau là au.
And if you live in the grips of poverty, constantly searching for food or shelter, you don't have a door or a floor, your children are dying from preventable disease, your time reference is in hours, not even in days, what consideration would you give to recycling? None. You don't have the capacity to give recycling a consideration because that is an action for others. Now, it's exactly those conditions that led me to create the Plastic Bank. We are an ecosystem that reveals value in what was once waste. I want to go through a couple of those models today. I'm going to share some activations, some great ways to inspire consumers, because we're a for-profit business model that engages consumers in change. We've grown to be the world's largest chain of stores for the ultra poor, where everything in the store is available to be purchased using plastic garbage. Everything. I'm most proud that we offer school tuition, medical insurance, Wi-Fi, cell phone minutes, sustainable cooking fuel, high-efficiency stoves, access to clean water, fortified food, and everything else that the world's abject poor need and can't afford. Now, our chain of stores are more like community centers. This one in Haiti. Our store is the one in the back. We find that whenever we build, a whole ecosystem of entrepreneurship grows around us, because where once was waste is now money, and other entrepreneurs begin to flourish around us as well. We're one of our collectors, Miss Lisa Nassis. Very proud of her. Can earn a living by collecting material from the streets or going from door to door, from business to business. And at the end of her day, she gets to bring it back to one of our centers where it's weighed, it's checked for quality, and we transfer a value into an online bank account for her. Now, Lisa now has a regular, reliable, steady source of income. And that value is transferred into an online bank account. It's a blockchain-based application for authenticity and clarity and data. And because it's transferred into a savings account, that is an asset that she could even borrow against. And because it's secured online, she has security against robbery. A bank account which would have never have existed for her before. I think more importantly, Lisa, she now has a sense of worth. Human worth. And just as importantly, the plastic has an increased sense of value. This collection center, I'm very proud that we've got Henkel in the room here as well today, and I've got Marks and Spencer's. Kevin, thank you. This is a new center that we built recently in Haiti. You can see this was the grand opening. This is just a small fraction of the people that came. Infinitely proud that this one was in a community of people with special needs, almost treated like outsiders there. Poverty is a really crazy condition. Many of you may know the poor, but poverty is something different, to be alone in that condition. And in Haiti, in this area, when you have a child with special needs, the rest of society believes that you did something wrong in a previous life and you're further ostracized. Where this center, placed in that community, has provided hope and income and support, and is one of our highest volume locations. So important for the community. It's always built on a concrete pad to show stability and permanence, reliability. There's Lisa Nassis. Lisa survived the 2010 earthquake. She killed 250,000 people within 3 minutes, left a widow, homeless. And as a result of our program, she now can as well afford her 2 daughters' school tuition and uniforms. How could you ever come out of poverty if your children don't receive an education? Well, in Haiti, I'm going to talk about Haiti because I'm passionate about Haiti. We operate there. It's one of the worst conditions you could imagine, and it's forgotten. Because many of the organizations and brands we talk about don't do business there, and they're focused on the business element. So I'm going to bring attention to it today. School tuition, medical insurance, like within the Philippines. Imagine living in such a condition where the husband of the household works in construction, let me assure you, there are no steel-toed boots in construction around the world. Or you're making a living by working through the streets, pushing a cart, and you get hit. What occurs when the major income holder of the home can't work? Yeah, the family is rendered destitute, which is where medical insurance is so important. Illness insurance is so important. Now, the material we collect, we add value to. We shred it. We collect it all. It's all sorted by color, by type. We employ additional people on the ground to give it as much value as possible. We shred it. Sometimes we bale it, and we get it ready as an export, as a raw material. And we sell that material to great companies like the suppliers of Marks & Spencer's, who've commissioned the use of social plastic in their supply chain. Within their plan A, being as progressive as they are, making a commitment, knowing that this was important, encouraging their suppliers and giving preferential treatment to their suppliers if they use social plastic into their manufacturing. This, a bag, didn't maybe format properly in the photo, forgive me, Kevin, but from an organization called Solent. This is a rigid carry bag with a brand message and an engagement message on it so that the consumer knows that not only when they refuse a single-use plastic bag and are involved in one of these, they're helping change the world. Powerful. Or we sell that material to companies like Henkel, who have made an amazing commitment to use social plastic directly into their supply chain, directly into their bottles. We've really helped everyone close the loop in the circular economy that you hear so much about. So now, when you buy a shampoo or a laundry detergent that is packaged with social plastic, and you buy that and you take it off the shelf, you're directly responsible for removing plastic bound for the ocean and alleviating poverty simultaneously. What a powerful brand message. As I began, I have not yet met anyone who has not been passionate about change and about doing something for the ocean. Most people just don't know how. And now we can make it easy for them. Or an additional business model is like Shell Energy, also a great partner. They've committed to our plastic neutral program. Plastic neutrality is like carbon neutral programs. But plastic neutrality invests in recycling infrastructure where it doesn't exist and provides a price incentive for the poor, price increase and price buoyancy, price consistency for the poor to continue to give incentive to collect more and more material. This is a short video that Shell Energy put together, and it's going to give you greater insight into our work on the ground in Haiti. Please enjoy.
Haiti is special in a way that it's a beautiful country. There's a lot of pollution, but the people, they're happy, they're friendly, they're willing to do something.
We're very thankful for that relationship with Shell. That has spurred an entire movement into plastic neutrality. I can say that my visit here in Switzerland has been remarkably powerful. Working with one of the world's largest pharmaceutical companies, making a commitment to provide life-saving pharmaceuticals and having plastic waste as payment. So access to life-saving pharmaceuticals using plastic as a form of payment, giving an opportunity to the world's poor to be a cause in their own health. Powerful. You see, it's no different than Lisa walking over acres of diamonds. If you're walking over acres of diamonds, shining in the sun, bars of gold, gems, other things under your feet, if you had no way to spend those diamonds, no bank that you could spend them at, nowhere you could save it. No one would exchange anything with you with those diamonds. They would stay on the floor as rocks. No different. Those are some of the models. The reason I was invited to the Vatican was for a program that we have for congregation, encouraging parishioners to not just bring offering on Sunday, but to bring their recycling too. And then engaging the church with the poor. I think more powerfully engaging a mosque in London with an impoverished church in Cairo. Humanity through a bottle. Powerful. Brand activation opportunities. Now, if your brand doesn't want to be associated with a philosophy, of course, that could be any congregation, sporting team. An additional opportunity, engaged with pharmaceutical company again, building a variety of collection centers in Haiti, and when those communities collectively reach a predefined volume of material, we build a football pitch. And we send in coaches and jerseys. And we create a league of the children of the collectors, using sport as an incentive. Perhaps as a sports team that you sponsor now that would be powerful in that message as well. Right. Or, like the bottle deposit program that we have in Vancouver, or what we see very powerfully in Germany, or what may be emerging in the UK. We're now with a bottle deposit program in Vancouver. When you return your deposit refundable recyclables, you have the power now to transfer the value. Instead of taking back the cash, you can transfer the value through the application around the world. Now return your recyclables in Vancouver, and a family could withdraw building bricks or cell phone minutes in the slums of Manila. Powerful. Or, as a brand activation, with a powerful partnership with a solar lamp organization out of Norway, where the poor struggle for power, lighting, for education, safety, working in the fields, tooling, everything else that light provides that people can't afford or have access to, now have access to a solar lamp in our program. And when a bottle is returned or recycled within a European community, instead of taking back the value as that 25-cent euro or whatever it may be, you can transfer the value into the light of that person around the world. Now return your beverage container or shampoo bottle and power someone's light around the world, giving access to girls for education. Powerful. This is social plastic. And so what's common here in all of this is that it's social plastic. And social plastic is not recycled plastic. It's not virgin plastic. It's social plastic. It's a material whose value is transferred through the lives of the people who encounter it, rich and poor. A globally recognizable and tradable currency that, when used, alleviates poverty and cleans the environment simultaneously. All of this is organized through an online banking application in partnership with IBM, a beautiful partner, who's developed a blockchain banking application for the poor. So you can now safely, authentically transfer value around the world. Safely and authentically create bank accounts and financial inclusion. I take you forward in that model. Imagine the poor. Be in consideration that 30% of all children born today will never have a birth certificate. How will we ever end global poverty? Now, within our ecosystem, you get to substantiate your worth. You create an account with us, you begin returning material. The frequency of the collection, the quality of collection, the quality of the interaction that you have with us. and then the quality of the social network that you bring into the ecosystem and the quality of their interaction and material, we can give credit rating. Powerful. A sense of worth. And then because we also know how much material you're bringing in, we know the volume of material and the value of that, we can give debt service ratio. I now know authentically how much of a loan I can give to you at a low interest rate. Removing the 34% interest rates on the African continent. Giving true access to wealth creation, home ownership, and other things that are so important. And inside of that is data of the emerging. And imagine when your packaging now becomes currency for humanity. And imagine when that currency creates new customers. All authenticated through the blockchain, all giving supply chain clarity, and providing access through couponing and interaction to build your business and markets. All while simultaneously creating a powerful brand activation tool that engages the global north, where they never thought they actually had power to make a difference in humanity and to the oceans, and letting them know that every time they buy something, they can make a change. It's powerful. Now, we've had a tremendous media following. We've been mentioned around the world a number of times. We were quickly mentioned in National Geographic. We've been featured everywhere. And this next little commercial by IBM was just played at the US Open, is still being played. We're very proud of it. It's a quick 30-second commercial.
What if we could turn trash into money? The Plastic Bank is doing just that by exchanging plastic for digital credits, redeemable for everything from food to education, powered by IBM blockchain. When you understand the potential of new technology, you can put smart to work.
So not only have I struggled as a small entrepreneur, standing forward into possibility, using my word to create and invite people into that realm, working with some of the world's biggest organizations, all from this small entrepreneurial organization based out of Vancouver, attracting some of the world's biggest companies, where one of them took the time to create a commercial about us to play at the US Open. So proud of what we do because we are an authentic brand message for their customers. IBM, such a big old company having trouble attracting millennials. Well, what a powerful millennial story. And as I went through the room today as well, I took the time to ask each of you why you were here. Why, from the business perspective, you were here. Now, I've been doing that for years, asking people. And for the last few years, I've received all of the answers, including I was told to go. And most commonly, it's because, well, that's what the consumers are asking. But what I also heard today is it's because what your staff are asking for. Because when you're selling something and packaging, your staff are not proud to go home or to a party and tell their friends they're working with an organization that is depleting the environment. And so not only do you get to create profound change in your packaging, not only do you get to make a profound change for humanity and have a strong brand engagement tool for your customers, but you have a strong message internally. And so, maybe cleaning the ocean is futile. It's true. Cleaning it all certainly is going to be a challenge. But I truly believe that preventing ocean-bound plastic could be your brand's richest opportunity. Thank you. Thank you.